up.
You were rubbish. I could feel you going.
I did it the other day and everyone got fooled.
Morning, everybody. Right, now before we go any further, I have breaking news, right? And it's pretty shocking.
God, look at my eczema, man. Fucking hell.
It's pretty shocking.
Go on. Hit us with it.
He's oblivious. Oh, I'm going to love this. Don't say a word. Not a word. I want to see if anyone can guess what my breaking news is. Let's have a little look. What is my breaking news? Don't say a... You literally won't be able to help yourself, will you? I want to see if anyone can pick up what my... Thank you, Faith. I should send all of them your love. What is my breaking news? No, we haven't been to the gym already, Amanda.
Hi, tra-la-la.
What's the breaking... No, we haven't tidied up the room. Not voiceover, no, not do your voiceover.
No, it's not as dramatic as that.
Oh, Martina McEwen!
I haven't got it done.
Mark is having his it on Thursday.
Hey?
I knew one of them would guess. I knew it. So it's been a very, very tough weekend. And the girls actually have independently said to me, I can't take it anymore.
Emma McGregor, Mark has sought medical advice. Affirmative.
Affirmative. So thank you, Faith, for your recommendation of a hoovering, because we think we found somewhere that can be hoovered.
Do you think they use a Henry? Do you think they use a Henry Hoover?
Oh, look, you've got a book deal. No, Zoe, he's getting his ears unplugged.
Unplugged. Nadia's pregnant. We're doing a live theatre show.
I absolutely love you
Oh,
guys
hang on. Melanie
so
Williams
much.
asked, did you have to book the appointment, Nadia?
Ah, well, maybe you should answer that, Mark.
Of course you didn't.
Shame on you. Tell them the truth, otherwise your ears are going to grow too long. They're growing. Tell them the truth.
Yeah, no, she did. Lisa DJ
In
Pure
his
Dance
own
Radio.
way,
Hi, Brighton.
he got me. Well, I don't know where this place is. What is this? So then I'm on the phone having to talk to him like he's a 5-year-old to get... So she's like, oh, yes, would that be Thursday morning or Thursday afternoon? And then I go out there and he's like, oh, well, I don't know, being all like teenagery. Oh, well, what time?
I was fucking shower hosing our dog's anus.
Actually, he was.
With all due respect, I was not really attending to you. I had a jet spray up Toffee's arse spraying into my face.
It was a fair swap. Because whilst he was cleaning the dog's arse, I made the phone call. That's it. That's sharing and caring. That's a good marriage.
I'll never forget the Eye of Sauron as it tightened.
Oh my God, we had the most embarrassing walk today. We were convinced everyone was looking at our dog's arsehole.
The Eye of Sauron.
But anyway, how are you?
Toffee was so thrilled by the experience, she didn't stop running up and down the stairs for approximately 10 minutes afterwards.
So I'm on the phone to the doctors and she's like twirling and jumping and somersaulting. And I'm wondering what the hell... Because when I came out to you, to be fair, I didn't realise you were washing the dog's arse. I thought you were just being moody. But of course
you
were.
thought I was just being weird?
Moody.
Oh, moody.
About timing.
No, I was moody.
What time, you said?
I was moody about knowing what I had to do.
Anyway, I hope you all had fair swap, arse versus ears.
Arse
so
versus
unique.
Just want to shift things tonally for a minute.
Daddy dies first. Mark's going to be in trouble. That's what the girls always say to me. They say, Mum, what if you die first? What will we do with Dad?
I am putting drops in Michelle Hudstein.
Babe.
Yeah, morning, lovely.
You'll be all right.
No, I know. I'll be fine. I just want to take a moment on a serious matter, just for us all to send our love to Emma. Emma tragically lost her mum over the weekend.
So we're so sorry, Tom.
And yet, as you rightly say, Emma, it's been a roller coaster weekend, because then at the same time, your son got engaged.
Oh my
in
God!
Cornwall. So your emotions are everywhere. So if we can all
that's
send
life, isn't it? Jeez.
An enormous bundle of congratulations and commiserations to you, Emma.
Yeah, big hug,
Emma. That's really tricky. Faith Goodman, please vlog the vacuum. Do you know what? My vlogometer is off. Because I hadn't even thought to vlog that.
To vlog what?
Me having my ear vacuumed. Like I didn't think to vlog Nanny Di's issue, which I've now vlogged.
So weird, I vlog stuff, you never think of anything.
I didn't even vlog my ADHD diagnosis. What was going on?
You've just
I've lost
but
my
you know what the
vlogometer.
best thing is about all of it is he's constantly moaning to me about vlogging, and he's the only one who
I
doesn't
keep
think
forgetting
about
to vlog
vlogging.
because I keep being distracted by other things. So there we go. I will promise to vlog.
Sophia, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday for
dear
yesterday, Sophia.
Happy
21.
birthday to you. Susan Davies, big hugs to Emma.
Big hugs.
Yeah. So Zoe Griffiths-Brown, the next vlog is coming. It is coming. A whole load of cards are getting signed today too.
Natasha
It's an administrative
Tirinos.
Monday.
26 months as a member.
I know, and you're waiting
Thank
for
you
your
for
24-month card.
loyalty and your...
And
yeah, thank you.
And there's lots of love, Natasha. And I also saw that John Cameron rejoined, I think. You've been a member before, but welcome back.
Yes, we are still intermittent fasting, Caroline. We are.
Gemma Carpenter, she's just joined. Gemma.
Gemma, Gemma, Carpenter, Gemma Carpenter. Welcome to the family guest.
You know how sometimes a weekend is just a sort of montage of clips, snatched bits, sounds,
I vlogged at the weekend.
cuts, images, phrases, remembrances. At some point this weekend, I heard Louis Armstrong, Satchmo, discussing the way he would scat. Is it scat?
I literally don't know what you're talking about.
Was, in its time, an act of total rebellion against musical establishment.
Oh.
He was considered a radical modernist because he reduced the voice down to a noise or a sound. I don't know if that just at some point this
Thank
weekend
you,
I heard
yes,
that.
it did look
And,
gorgeous
yeah,
when he did it.
so that
I had a 2-hour sleep in the afternoon yesterday.
oh, it was bliss.
I went to sleep and I woke up, I thought it was morning. Zoe Agnew's got the week off and she's feeling smug.
I'm going to do a little dance for you, Zoe.
Do a Zoe, do a little dance.
There you go.
There you go. He'll need a minute now to gather himself.
Oh, fuck.
We went to see the most brilliant play on Friday. No, Saturday.
No, Friday.
No, it was Saturday because that's when Lisa came.
Saturday.
It was extraordinary. If it's your sort of thing, I urge you to go. It's like it's once in a decade you see something as good as this. It's at the
cheap.
Royal Court Theatre. I can't remember the title of it, it's too difficult. But basically, in a nutshell,
I'll find
it's a
it.
group of, is it 6 characters?
Yeah.
6 young black men, and it's kind of it's like a self-help group, but you never really feel that, do you? It's weird.
It's called For Black Boys Who've Considered Suicide When the Hue, as in the colour, Hue, gets too heavy.
Now, what a terrible title.
It's a very impenetrable title.
Impenetrable title.
But it tells you exactly what it's about.
But this was the most extraordinary cast of actors.
6 young
A lot
actors.
of them, it seemed, had never done anything before, which I can't quite believe. And it made you cry. It made you laugh like crazy. There was music, there was dance.
It made you challenge stereotypes.
It made you challenge stereotypes, it made you think. Oh, it made us laugh a lot, didn't it?
It made you laugh. It made
Oh
us
my
everything. It
God,
was
it's
earth-shatteringly. It was
Brilliant.
earth-shatteringly.
Beg, borrow and
Astonishing.
steal, if that sounds like your kind of thing, to get a ticket, because I promise you, you would not be disappointed.
And if you have young teenagers or kids or youngsters who you struggle to get into any of these kind of things, it's the kind of thing that should be shown at all schools. You feel it should go on tour and
Yeah.
everyone should see it.
And also, it's also about toxic masculinity as well.
Yeah.
Now, it sounds a bit dry, but it's the least dry thing you could ever watch.
No, there's
I
rap,
loved
there's dance, there's
Loved
humour.
it.
It's about falling in love. It's about what
Our
boys
young
look
girls
for
were
in girls.
literally melting over the boys
Yeah.
because they were all so good looking, weren't
Yeah.
they? And fit. And Maddie was going, that man's got an 8-pack. He's got an 8-pack.
Yeah.
I don't like muscles, but he has got an 8-pack.
Yeah, no, she did.
And so it was just, so Kiki's 14, so there was There was, right across the age span,
Yeah,
basically. It was
there
a whole
was.
load of us went.
Yeah.
And everybody, no matter what the age, loved it.
Toya Wilcox's latest was an
I haven't
interesting
seen
one.
it yet.
Ah,
Sometimes I
absolute
can't do it
treat.
straight away.
Well, insofar as Robert Fripp is dressed completely differently this time.
God.
If you've not seen Toya Wilcox's remarkable Sunday lunch sing-along, I urge you to go
She's
and
coming on
check
Loose
it out.
Women. Because I showed that to the bosses
I wanna
and they
meet
went,
her.
and they're going to book her to come
Hang on a minute. I discovered her. You've got to tell her that
I told Sally. I said Mark has discovered something really quite
Ask
extraordinary.
Toya if I'm allowed to be in one of their Sunday things. I'll do backing vocals. Ask her.
Okay.
Ask her. Say
But
my
will you
husband
go?
is.
Will I do all that? And
No,
you'll go, I don't.
no.
You'll cancel.
I would love to
And
meet
I'll have
Robert
to ring
Fripp.
up to cancel.
No. I want to stand and be mesmerised by them both.
Well, I'm sure there's lots of people that want to do that.
Yeah,
I don't know why
but
they would
you've
listen
got
to
an
us.
in. Why don't you just
Why
say
is
my
my-
husband? You wouldn't be on the show if my husband hadn't told me about you. Say that. Say my husband
I
is.
can't say that. It's not true. People, they might have been thinking about her for ages.
Oh, for fuck's sake! You don't have to bullshit. Just bullshit. I want to be in that. I want to be a backing vocalist. Desperate to be a backing vocalist. I'm wanting Treegate update 2, please. Treegate. Oh, tree in the garden gate. Yeah, I guess so. Hang on. This is for Lee Doran.
He's going to do his back. Mark, you do look very slim. Doesn't he look slim? Yes, Gabrielle, the audience is coming back.
That's for Lee Durant.
We haven't got the date, but they are coming back.
Yeah. It's because you're absolutely befuddled by my moves.
I know, exactly. I can't.
Look, your
hardly
nipples have gone hard.
I can't hardly contain myself.
Don't. I worked somewhere back in 90s where Toya was doing a play. Unfortunately, she was very rude to staff, Maybu. I don't want to appear in any of her YouTube films. Don't ask. If she asks you, say no. Guna Boy Dazza, you're back with another title and another name. How are you, Darren boy? My God.
Hi, Darren boy.
Do you still do home time, Jenny White? I was saying now, I think vlogs have become a bit scarce. They will start to
Mark
pick up
is
again.
editing a vlog today.
Today.
I vlogged all over the
Yeah,
weekend.
there's lots coming.
There's lots coming.
There's
yes,
lots coming.
home time is still
It's been
a thing.
It's been a bouncy,
We need
choppy
to do
week.
a regular where they know each week when it's coming. That
Yeah.
would be the best thing.
Yeah, we're
Would you
getting
like
back
that? Would you like to know when your vlog is coming?
Would you?
Yes.
Would you like that?
It's very difficult to pin down.
Yeah,
those.
all right. All right. Yeah. Okay, a huge handbrake turn. The biggest story, or one of the big stories today, is the Cristiano Ronaldo story.
Oh, it's really
Tragic
so
story
sad.
regarding him and his partner, Georgina Rodriguez. Yeah.
Don't they look alike?
Don't they? They were having twins. I believe it's their baby daughter survived, but they lost their baby son.
Oh, so sad.
And their statement says, Cristiano posted on his Twitter, "It's with our deepest sadness we have to announce that our baby boy has passed away. It's the greatest pain that any parents can feel. Only the birth of our baby girl gives us the strength to live this moment with some hope and happiness. We'd like to thank the doctors and the nurses for all their expert care. We're devastated at this loss and kindly ask for privacy at this very difficult time." Now, you know, a number of...
Oh, look at that, our baby boy. You are our angel.
Angel.
We will always love
Oh,
you. Oh my God.
so sad.
And what a...
What
I
is
mean,
the
just
phrase
imagine that you've got the joy of one
Yes,
and
yes,
the
yes.
loss of another
And-
and the tearing apart of that.
And presumably, I mean, this is a tragic fact, forever and a day, with every birthday of the child that survived, you're
Yeah.
going to, I mean, you're
Yeah.
not going to think about it.
Yeah.
You're not only going to think about it on the birthday, but it's going to come into sharp focus, isn't it?
And
every
there's
time
something
you-
just so fascinating about twins, isn't it? They
Yeah.
talk about when a twin, because often
That connection.
you could be a twin and you don't know, and one is lost, and that connection, that need all the time.
There's a sort
for-
of
and
sixth
missing.
sense, isn't there?
Yeah, very sad.
And he's had twins before, I
Yes,
didn't realise.
yeah.
And there's a name for it, isn't there? There's a sort of, there's a particular name for, is it stillbirth or a child that's born, that dies
But we don't know how it
during
happened.
birth?
do
No,
we?
we don't know the
If
exact,
it's
the exact
born,
details.
if they've gone through a normal labour and then it's born, a stillbirth is born.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's tragically sad. Now, and you know, rather refreshingly in the world of football, a lot of his clubs, former clubs, have all issued statements, obviously, of support and sympathy. And even Liverpool, I think, are commemorating in a match against Manchester United. Liverpool are going to be having a minute's silence or applause.
Jane Bentley's
during the
just
match.
saying that her father was a surviving twin.
Oh,
That's even that surviving twin. That
Yeah.
terminology. It's so sad, isn't it?
here we go. So unique. It's a
Oh,
really
she's
special
What twin
bond.
are you? So
It's
unique.
a really special bond, me and my twin sister. Oh yeah, Jane Bentley. Yeah, I can see neonatal death if it happens after birth. Tracy Lynham, born sleeping. Pink Lady. My sister lost her first at full term at birth. She was on life support for 2 days and allowed to pass.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Kimberly Jones, so tragic. My nephew died as a baby. Parents devastated. Christos Andrio, hi Christos. Thoughts and prayers, and to everyone who have gone through such an ordeal. Yeah. Let's hope they are given privacy. Absolutely, I think they will. I think they will be. So that's poor old Ronaldo. Yeah, it's just such a tricky one, isn't it? It's such a tricky one. I mean, it's so bizarre, isn't it? How something like birth is such a potentially dangerous thing, isn't it?
God.
And the very
Probably
moment
the most
of life.
dangerous thing you ever do is to be born, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's
I don't know
huge
if that's
trauma.
a stupid thing to say.
Well, no, but I mean, I think it's very traumatic. I mean, do you think? I don't know.
Do you remember when, because I had both the girls here,
Very distressing,
gave birth
yeah.
here to both of them, and a week before I went into labour with Maddie, a friend of mine's friend who lives just across the road and down a bit had her baby at home and he died.
No.
God, and I remember just like, I still think that really haunted me through my labour, because it was so scary. You know, when you're pregnant, everything, you're so heightened with everything, aren't you?
Rachel Fraser.
But it's still
sorry.
rare, that's what you've got to remember, it's rare.
Exactly.
Stillbirth.
Rachel Fraser, my boyfriend is a twin. His sister lives in London and we live top of Scotland. He phones her to check up on her on the days he feels miserable, and her mood is always matched with his.
Oh,
Insane.
Really?
Isn't that fascinating? It's a fascinating thing. Fiona Grockert. Oh, darling, I gave birth to my stillborn son at 38 weeks. Such a
Oh my
heartbreaking
God, I'm so
experience.
sorry.
Just so
We were talking about this morning, weren't we? Because it's like, it brings it up for everybody that's lost a baby. When you hear, it's just, yeah. When somebody in the public eye, it still gets me when I hear about miscarriages and stuff, because it just takes you back, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And, yeah.
Laura-
Big hug to everyone.
Yeah, Laura Lou, my mum's a twin. Her twin brother died and was a miscarriage, but 65 years ago my nan didn't know it was twins and no one believed she was still pregnant with my mum.
Oh my God.
Wow. That's quite something, isn't it? Beck Sickle one, my granny was a twin and they both died on the same date but different years.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh, it gives you goosebumps.
Oh look, Faith says very good BBC Two programme last night about home births in Yorkshire.
Oh, really?
We're going to start checking out for more documentaries and just sort of not even necessarily
Maybe
dramas.
we need to get a Radio Times.
Yeah. Well, we have them from the weekend papers. We do have the TV guide. I think
We really should look
I
at
think you
them.
need to sit
I'll
there
do
and
that, John.
circle stuff.
I'll circle.
Will you circle?
Yeah.
Another story that I really wanted to talk about was Bradley Wiggins, Sir Bradley Wiggins. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is I love being reminded of how important it is to not judge behaviour or accept behaviour or interpret behaviour at face value. Bradley Wiggins obviously won the Tour de France, three Oscar wins, 3 gold medals in the Olympics, and then became, in my opinion, a bit of a dick. You know, he became a bit of an idiot. He was provocative. He was a bit like Liam Gallagher. He was just rude. He was a bit this. He was a bit that. He was a bit everything.
Yeah, you really
No.
didn't
And
like
I
him,
found him really annoying. But, and this is a huge but, and I accept it, is that you can't not react to behaviour that's, say, antisocial or provocative or silly. You know, if it's provocative and antisocial, you're right to kind of go, oh, what an idiot. You know, I don't like that. That's what I felt about him. But this story today gives some real context. In an interview with Alistair Campbell, who obviously himself is diagnosed with depression. I think is he officially a recovering alcoholic? I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Bradley Wiggins, in interview, talked about how he was sexually groomed by a coach as a teenager, aged 13. And that, in and of itself, is bad enough. But then when you read about his story, I didn't realise that he had an incredibly abusive addict for a father.
Did he?
He lost his father died in a fight at a party.
Oh, God.
When Wiggins was only 18, 19 or 20. Wow. So he had and he only met his dad, or he had a proper meeting with his dad, a couple of years before he died. So an incredibly traumatic upbringing. And then, I think. And then he goes on to say in this interview, which I thought was really, really revealing. He said...
About his stepfather.
Well, that was all about his stepfather. So you've got...
He had an abusive stepfather. He used to call him a faggot for wearing lycra,
That's right. So he took the piss out of him for wearing lycra. He had an estranged relationship with his father, who tragically died. And then he talks about the fame that happened after the Tour de France. And I think this is really important to understand when so many people seem to be a bit twisted by fame or success and stuff like that. He said, after winning the Tour de France, then winning at the Olympics, life was never the same again. I was thrust into this fame and adulation that came with it. I'm an introverted, private person. I didn't know who me was, so I adopted a kind of veil, a rock star veil. It wasn't me, and it was probably the unhappiest period of my life.
Oh, God.
Everything I did was about winning for other people and the pressures that came with being the first British winner of the Tour, and I really struggled. That gave me goosebumps reading that.
Yeah, because you were so anti him,
weren't you?
Yeah,
no,
You're like, oh, he's such an idiot, he's such a this. But my God, he's triumphed over the most terrible situation
I just think,
to
again,
be the best in the world.
I think there's something really refreshing and life-affirming about people who can look back at themselves and go, God, I was a twat. You know, he agrees, he said I was an idiot. But what was the context and why was that and what led up to it and all that kind of stuff? So again,
his dad was a good cyclist as well.
Yeah.
He could have been really good, but he was a wasted talent. He was an alcoholic, manic depressive, violent, and he took a lot of amphetamines and drugs. God, he's been through it. God, we now love him.
Yeah. I mean, so, yet again...
Triumphed.
And I always use the analogy of the Amy Winehouse documentary. We all think we know someone, but we don't know anything. That's what I'm trying to say.
Less judgment.
Don't know nothing.
Less judgment.
I mean, you don't know anything about Nadia. For example, and this is a neat segue, you don't know that Nadia has a really hairy chest.
Very hairy.
Really
a bit
hairy.
like Macron.
Just like Macron. So you pulled this story today, didn't you? Emmanuel Macron and the great chest hair debate. There's a photograph of him on a sofa with his... I mean, that is some chest hair. Just have a little Google on your phones or on your tablets.
It's very Putin-esque, this photo. You know how Putin's always got his chest... I mean, he's always so suited and booted, isn't he? And now look at his undone shirt.
He looks like a Wookiee.
Can you show them it? I think we've got to show them.
Let's show you the photo, guys.
We've got to work out how we can get the photos to pop up when we're talking.
Come in.
Look at that. Now, I want you to say sexy or not. So
say sexy or not. Yeah. Sexy or not. Was that sexy or not?
The sexiest thing about that picture, for me...
Leap year, not for me. Absolutely not.
Oh, Lee, I thought you'd say, yeah. I think he looks relaxed. You know what I like? I like his unbuttoned cuff.
Cuff?
Mark's going to go back now and look at cuff! Look in the detail of the cuff.
Oh, I would never have noticed that.
I like that.
What do you like about that? How can you like an undone cuff?
Because it's just, he looks relaxed.
He looks dishevelled.
No, he doesn't.
He looks like he's been rustled around.
He looks relaxed.
He looks like he's wearing... So do you like a hairy chest?
He looks post-coital. That's what he looks.
Do you like his chest?
Well, no, don't. But I wouldn't mind nuzzling that. It looks quite nuzzly.
You like a hairy man. I never had you down as a hairy man.
Literally winding you up.
Oh my God. Look at the hairs coming out of his forearm.
Has anyone noticed how high Mark's voice has got? The girls laugh about this so much. When he gets all paranoid about me, his voice goes like tiny girls.
Apparently Kay Adams would love him. Does she like a hairy chest?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Zoe Griffiths, yes, Nads. And Zoe, yuck. I must admit, to kiss him on the chest, you'd floss your teeth.
That doesn't make me feel yuck, that photo. I think he looks nice. I think he looks like he's had a lovely time.
He looks like he's wearing a hairy vest.
Do you like Lee, do I like hairs on a wrist?
He's
No.
got a hairy wrist.
I don't like a hairy wrist.
Well, how are you finding his...
Oh yeah, when he just
untousled-
No, I like his shirt, not his wrist.
Am I not male enough for you?
Here we go.
Did anyone see?
He'll be unflapping his bloody shirt. He'll be like lounging left, right, and centre. See, you look nice like that.
I don't. I look like a twat.
I like you like that.
Oh, he's a dick. Look
Do
at
it.
him.
Do Macron. I'm going to see if I fancy you. Yeah, do.
So it's just about sitting. Oh my crap, with the arm up. It's the arm.
I love it. Yeah, look at... No, I like how comfortable and confident and relaxed you look. You never look
I
relaxed.
don't look relaxed, babe. I look like I've been
No,
crucified.
you look nice. Green-eyed marks,
Like
under the
this.
surface checking for me.
like this.
Well, now you're starting to look like you've got something stuck up your bum, but you're doing that on purpose.
So who likes a man with a hairy chest? Did anyone see the vlog where I got my chest waxed?
Here we go. It's only me. He looks self-assured and comfortable. Self-assured, comfortable. That's the sexiness of it.
Hair or no hair.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Thank you for putting it so
Okay,
succinctly.
well that's a fair point. Would you?
Like when I see you really relaxed with yourself, I think that's when you're your sexiest.
But would you find that sexier if he didn't have a mat of hair on his chest?
The hair, I'm telling you this now. The fact that he is as happy as he is makes me not look at the hair.
I think it's the most hideous
Francesca
thing.
Bastos likes it.
Do you?
Did we see sexy or not?
Oh, Nicole must say, yeah, no, most said not. It was a funny vlog, wasn't it? I had my chest hair waxed with the promise they wouldn't come back.
Oh my God, you've literally never...
And my chest has come
It's
back
like Maggie
hairier
said
than
the
ever.
other day, she goes, Dad
Look.
literally has never let anything go in his life. He haven't. He's never let anything...
I have let something go, otherwise I'd never be able to leave the toilet.
Mark! Why do you think that's funny? It's not funny. It's pathetic. Literally a 7-year-old child.
That's what I'm here for. To lower the tone.
Because I go to the toilet.
Anyway,
Oh my God, Zoe Agnew's ex had a hairy back. What? Some people like that.
yeah, we mustn't body shame people who have got that.
A lot of people like a hairy back.
I wouldn't like a hairy back.
I suppose you'd go like this. You could go like this. Go, snuggles.
What part of me do you like snuggling into most?
Whatever bit is the most relaxed.
It's always relaxed.
Mark, stop. You're getting... This is becoming all about you now. Talk about Macron. What was your point?
What's your point? You brought up the
Well, I
story.
just said it's quite funny.
Is it funny?
I just think the way... they all... Oh my God. What if Boris suddenly does something?
I think
Putin.
we should restage this pose
Yeah, I do.
with some chest hair.
Don't you think he looks like he's just had great sex on the sofa?
That's why it's a white downable sofa.
Mark, right, move on. I'm not doing this anymore. Move on. Move on, because you've got pathetic. Move.
Okay, this is a serious, again, moving to a serious story. Staring on public transport, staring, can land you in prison as a police
if
crack
you're ever
down
gonna go to prison.
on unhealthy sexual behaviour.
This
I've
is
seen
so
these
annoying,
signs.
this headline. This is so annoying because
Why?
there's a whole school of people that go, oh, can everyone just stop talking about sexual harassment? What? Can men not look at women anymore? What? You're going to throw people in prison? And actually, there is something in this.
There's a huge something
The
in
girls talk to me about this when, like, you know, some men will do this, and I know there'll be plenty of women that know. And that kind of like, look, it's so threatening, and they let you know what's going on in their mind, and it's sexual, and it's aggressive, and it's scary. And as you get older and wiser, you can bear it. But when you think of your daughters, your nieces, your granddaughters, whatever, going out without the experience to try and just, you know, dismiss, it is sexual harassment. Nobody is going to go to prison for this, unfortunately. But that will be the headline so that everyone goes, oh, how ridiculous.
Yeah.
Actually, what we're all trying to talk about more is that what is deemed as low level masculine toxicity towards women, what gets us to the place that we get to with the amount of sexual assaults and rapes, also 4.5 years, the average case for a rape case to be brought to court, so women give up. We need change. I think this would be included in France, isn't it? Any sexual harassment is now deemed an act of terror.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yes, I do.
And you are terrified. If you're on a bus or a tube, big bus stop or a tube or anywhere, and somebody is staring at you, looking straight at you, like letting you know with their eyes everything they want to do to you, that's harassment.
I suppose the sign that I've seen all over London Underground says staring, intrusive staring of a sexual nature is sexual harassment and is not tolerated. See it or experience it on public transport. Text what and where and when to this number. In an emergency, always call this. I just want to flag up that there are going to be some sort of, oh God, look, I'm super radioactive. There are some issues with this that I can sense. I mean, for example, how do you distinguish? First of all, how do you distinguish between a malicious stare and a non-malicious stare? I'm not saying you can if you're on the receiving end of it.
They're not the way to enforce
How do you
this.
prove it?
Exactly.
How do you, in a sense, log it? How do you do you photograph the guy? Do you film it? I mean, it's going to be your word against his word. Do you mention it to someone next to you?
I agree with all those questions, and they are difficult. But the thing is, it's about the optics, isn't it? And if we are trying to reduce the kind of behaviour that men think is totally okay, if we are threatening and letting society know that it's not okay, I think this is what it's about. No one's going to jail for this.
Yeah, maybe the point of it though, and this could be in a sense the reason to have these posters up, even though it's in many ways unenforceable, is that the very fact that these signs are up will make some men rethink.
Yeah.
And I think, potentially maybe it's just kind of disincentivizes men from doing it. There was a case, I just wanted to share this story, which, where is it?
There you go, that's interesting, Mark. Look,
can I just...
that's what you said. From Tralala. I was so aware of older men looking at my daughter 15 when we were on the Underground in London. I had to step into their vision as they didn't take their eyes off her. It was awful.
Yeah, I mean, I do that a lot. I mean, I can't help but see.
Step in.
That's what I mean. Step in to stop it. I can't help but see men looking at your children. It's just diabolical. But this story, just last month.
Sorry, I just couldn't breathe for a second.
Jesus Christ. Just last month, the man was sentenced to 22 weeks in prison.
I don't know what's happening to me. Sorry. Go on, carry on.
That's okay.
If I'd had a coffee, I would think it was the coffee. All right, just carry on. I suddenly couldn't breathe.
Should we stop?
No, I'm all right. Just carry on.
All right. Just last month, the man was sentenced to 22 weeks in prison. 22 weeks in prison after a woman reported him for continuously staring at her on a train in Berkshire.
No.
Dominic Bullock was found guilty of causing intentional harassment, alarm and distress after he sat next to the victim and began staring intently. The victim asked Bullock to stop staring several times,
God, that's
but
so
he refused. And the sergeant that was there at his sentencing said it was clear from his persistent and distressing actions that he's a danger to women and girls. I guess they had witnesses.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
So I wonder...
Oh, that makes me so happy.
I wonder whether a little bit like when you have a prang on the car or someone knocks into the back of you, you exchange insurance, you exchange insurance details and you look for witnesses. I wonder whether if you're on a train and you reach across and you say to someone, do you mind not staring at me like that? If they refuse to, you then turn to someone and say, would you mind acknowledging that I'm requested? But then, do you run the risk of aggravating someone?
Maddie was telling me about a friend of hers that got on the train not so long ago, and she's tiny, this girl, and it was fairly empty, not totally empty, the carriage. And these two men who got on the train together sat either side of her. And it was empty, so they sat either side of her, and they just stared at her. And she was like, sorry, do you mind? She was brave. She goes, I get a bit claustrophobic. And they just laughed. Zoe there saying, when you say something to men, they just laugh. And then she had to get up and get off the train. And all they did was stare, but they knew very well how they were terrorising her.
I mean, obviously, some people will feel like, some people will have come out of the ark who will assume that, well, if you dress provocatively, if you dress in a revealing fashion, if you're getting on a tube heading to a party, the issue isn't how women dress. Women, if they wanted to, should be able to stand naked regardless. It is the men looking that is the problem, not
And
the
there is,
women.
listen, the thing is, men and women like to look at each other. And if a gorgeous, if somebody with not gorgeous, anything, has got their body a bit out and is looking, it's normal to have a bit of a look. And there's nothing wrong with that. But there's a country mile between that and just aggressively staring and letting that person know and not flinching. That's a really different thing.
I would say though, when I was a teenager, when I was travelling on the tube, I mean, I used to read an awful lot, but I would daydream terribly. And I remember daydreaming and just looking at someone and they stuck their tongue out. I wasn't even aware I was looking at them. So that could be disastrous. But yeah, I think it's, hopefully it's a sort of disincentivizing poster that will just make some men, not all men, but some men stop and think. Perhaps, even if they just read it, they might just reevaluate how they're looking in the
Well,
carriage.
we need it to get out everywhere that somebody got 22 weeks in prison for it.
There you
Brilliant.
go. Guys.
Anyway, we love you lots. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel. And if you want to join the members area, there's a little join box just under here and it will tell you what to do.
And as we say, a vlog will be landing. Home times are coming.